Welcome guys. As usually, let's start the Zoom with USD CAD. I already draw here a possibility, actually, but as you see, the REMA stays in red, and the slow moving average goes below the zero line, and on the VV plus we are under the zero line. So because of those news that I was talking about, I think that this could be a very possible scenario that the price spikes down. Actually, that makes a divergence right there and it goes up. I'm waiting for that scenario. Here, as you see, on weekly basis, there is a possibility for divergence and we are above the zero line. So I think it could happen that the price spikes down by, let's say, Thursday, something like that. And if the price slows down here, we could see actually a pullback in the market. Okay, from this zone. So this could be a very possible scenario. Okay. NZT, there was another zone at this point, which I deleted actually on the previous zoom. I'm looking for this low. I'm holding this zone right there, and I'm looking for this zone as well. There is no divergence, we see just convergence and a low volume, but we are below the zero line. This is below the zero line. So this could go up and make divergence right there. It could be a very good scenario as expected. Kinda like this. Okay, but I'm looking now for a correctional move, actually. Right. On weekly basis, this is still a mess. Everything is in red, but we are dancing around the zero line. So see, the indicator is not moving, and we are dancing on the zero line. So this is an indecision moment in the market. Okay, let's wait for a clear break. Or what you can do is trading from the bottom to the top, because I think this could do the same thing for a while, actually. Then the Euro CHF. The Euro CHF from previous week reached the first target zone and went back down. And I was also listening to my previous Zooms, and I said that the price can even reach the 38 if we don't break this level, and actually happened as well and went below, made a new low in the market. As I see, or no, actually not. This was also a spike, and this could be enough to hunt down the stop losses like we saw on the gold the last week. So we see a buy signal. There is no divergence, no structural divergence. We just have a buy signal. And this is not enough to go to the upside. Actually, even if they do a pullback, this is not what we are looking for in this case. Because as you see, for example, on the weekly perspective, everything is still in red. Okay, the volume goes to the downside. And we need to break the previous area for a structural divergence, but everything is pointing to the downside on the weekly basis. So this is just nothing yet. And don't forget we are under the zero line. So what I would expect is another move to the downside, actually. More likely than looking for buys. If you see something like this in the market, you better wait for a confirmation or wait for an impulse. Impulse gonna have an retest mostly, and then it can continue. Okay, but like I said before, we need to break first the key levels before we can go further in a trend. So this could be still a valid point in the market to look at it. All right. Then Euro GBP. The Euro GBP gave us also buy signal, but as you see, the REMA is far away from the slow moving average, and the slow moving average moved below the zero line. This is also on the zero line on the VVV plus. I already drawed here a possible correctional move, but even if this is not gonna reach, like I see here also on a low in the market, so maybe between the two could be a possible zone, but I'm looking definitely for further down movement. Right, that's my point. Small retest is always welcome. What I told you before, for example, Euro CHF, this is an impulse, wait for the correctional move, and after that, we can go with the next move, which in many cases leading us to divergences in the market. Okay, and this is our high. So we're gonna look this move into this point. I'm not saying it's impossible, because if a currency can do is actually the GBP, but yeah, let's see where it goes. Then the DXY is also dancing on this level, which is, I think, very interesting. There is no divergence at this point, but we are still below the zero line, and the REMA moved also below the zero line. So I'm looking for something similar like I drawed on the USD CAD, which could lead us for the best scenario, which is another divergence, kind of like this. When we see an aggressive move because of the news in the market, most of the times the destroyer does not react the same way as the price actually does. So that's leading us most of the times to divergences. And that's what I'm looking for here. All right. On weekly basis, there is a divergence possibility, and I still pretty sure that this is about to form, just not yet. This can go even lower, actually. So there is still place for the bears, which is looks like a logic explanation for the news or the outcome of the news, because we're gonna have interest rates for the dollar as well, for the fund, for the Swiss franc, also for the GBP. So that's what I'm looking for, and I'm still counting for the dollar strength in the near future. because as we see, this is already a valid divergence forming. Of course, if this breaks this low, the structure can break, yes, but I don't see that happen, to be honest. It's just will be a bit surreal, something like that. Okay, USD CAD, I draw here the same possibility. Here is a possible divergence to the upside, and if it spikes up, this could lead us also to divergence, and after that move to the downside, which would be or should be the best scenario in the market if it played out like that. I'm gonna let it there. Let's see where the price is moving. Above the zero line, yes, but as you see, which is, I think it's a very interesting point, is the previous high, and the VVV plus came to a higher spot, but as you see this here, the price is on a lower spot, so it's kind of like making space move actually. But I want to see what is happening during the news in the market. On the VVV, there is a possibility for a divergence. The previous drawings are still there. I'm gonna delete this and this. So, as you see, we are under the zero line on the REMA, and we are under the zero line on the VVM plus, right? So we are still looking for the bears, but like I said, I think it's a very possible thing for one more up move, because we see on the daily difference here, everything pointing to the upside, but the bigger picture pointing to the downside. So this can make some space for himself and make some divergences, and after that we can see beautiful move to the downside. On the AXY made a divergence after the trend line was broken, and that happens most of the times when there is a correct retest on the trend line, right? But what I'm waiting here is most likely an up move also in the first case, and after that a move to the downside. So similar thing actually. What as you see here is a convergence form, which is, I think, very interesting, because even if one candle goes to the upside right now, we're gonna have still the sell signal, right? Because I don't think that this level is about to break. Everything can happen, of course, but I don't think so. And interesting case, the slow moving average is above the zero line. This is above the zero line, but there is a very high volume compared to the previous volume levels in the market, right? But as I saw on the DXY, so this could be a very possible scenario actually, but as you're looking into the indicators, everything is still in green, but what can it change is the economical news actually. But as you see by the momentum on the REMA, on the VV plus, we are under the zero line, so still looking for the bears because the bulls are not confirmed yet. And here the same thing, you're still looking for the bulls because the bears are not confirmed yet. So it can easily make another move to the upside. And after that, when it gets closer to the zero line, when this goes one more up, make even a convergence in the market, but it getting closer to the zero line. And after that, when it happens, similar thing like we saw here, we are under the zero line, goes, but as you see, there is nothing happened. Nothing really happened. And after that, we broke the zero line and it's just started to go. Similar thing here. Made the first move, some sideways move, and after that it started to go. And that's also something which is a very common point in the market. As you see, divergence goes first up, makes a sideways move, a correction move, and goes impulsively above the zero line. And this is mostly the point what we are trading for. Okay, this is also a beautiful thing, but there is a structural divergence. Here is also a structural divergence. So yes, we could predict this move as well and enter here and eventually waiting for this correctional move and go to the upside as was possible. But right now, as you see, above the zero line. So even if it wants to go more to the downside, we're gonna have some correctional move or sideways move. And after that, we can go, in my opinion. Okay. The EXY. The EXY, I was talking about the EXY for weeks, and unfortunately, I missed this giant move in the market. So, yeah. One of the members took a screen of, I think, GBP, GPY, something like that. And I saw there was 700 pips move in the market. And I was like, damn, what happened here? Actually, what happened here is the structural divergence started to go and the first target zone was reached. And from the first target zone, we made a spike to the upside. So yeah, this happened actually. But on the bigger picture, I drawed here something last week, and that is an structural divergence on the VVV, and as you see on the destroyer, forming something similar as well. So here is the previous high, and until this level does not break, there is gonna be a potential that move, because as you see, the whole picture drama slow moving average is under. We are on the VV plus under, so we're still looking for those bears, but this was also something that we could expect because as you see the price moving slowly to the downside, and what we see on the VV plus is actually a divergence, a structural divergence. We're getting closer and closer to the zero line. When it breaks the zero line, can go. Okay, and that's something that's about to repeat every single time, and it's gonna keep repeating, in my opinion. All right, and the BXY. The BXY is still waiting for this divergence to form. We saw last week just a small weakening, but here was our previous point, so most likely this is about to form a divergence as well. Okay, until that doesn't break this low in the market, we're gonna have a potential divergence in the market and eventually a continuation to the upside, which can make an divergence to the downside. And this is interesting because, like I said, there are gonna be 3 interest rates on, I think Thursday. That's Thursday. So it's just crazy. There's gonna be a loads of liquidity in the market. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to form. But here you see the slow moving average is dancing on the 0 line and the VV is dancing on the 0 line. But the structure is broken. Okay. But right now we are looking for the bulls. In this case, above the 0 line, above the 0 line, potential divergence to the upside, which can lead us also to another divergence. And this is a bit tricky because I don't think they're gonna raise the interest rates. I don't think, because they already did a lot, so they need some time to calm down. But if they do, then the currency should go up like crazy. Or the another scenario which affects first the USD CAD is the interest rate on Wednesday on the not on the USD CAD but in the whole TXY actually. And if you see this, there can be a possible weakening, which leads the rest of the currencies to strength. And then Thursday, they not gonna raise the interest rates, which means the currency is about to get weaker, actually. And yeah, that's why I'm thinking that this could be a very possible scenario. Okay. On the XY, almost the same thing, already draw here. About the 0 line, potential divergence. There is a cross. Yes, but it is some structural divergence. We could see this move, but you see on the weekly basis, there is still something to form, and I think it will form. Looking for this low and this potential divergence. The AXY almost similar thing. The price didn't move that much, but as you see on the destroyer, the volume came all the way down, just a bit more to confirm this divergence. We are above the 0 line, so I would expect here also the same thing, same scenario. Okay. On weekly basis, this is not that sexy, but this could make also structural divergence right there. Right. Then the ZXY made a move. Also something similar, but on the AXY was a bit more aggressively. But I'm looking for the same thing here. Okay. Same thing as the XY. And on a weekly basis, also, we can say the same possible scenario looks like it's about to happen. All right. Then the gold. That was quite interesting when gold opening started, because we saw this crazy huge move from the market, and after that I didn't expect this. Like, it was a 700 pips candle. Didn't expect this, but on the previous Zoom I said I think there's gonna be one more spike to get the sellers and the buyers buy stops out from the market, and the sellers the stop losses from the sellers as well. This was a way too aggressive move actually, but it happened fast, and after that we saw almost directly correlation from the market. They are loads of positions, and believe it or not, I think it was planned by the banks. Actually, it was planned. All right, I draw here also a possible divergence in the structure, and on daily there was something similar. I feel sorry for this divergence because it moved a bit above, so it's just a convergence, but on the VVV plus there is actually a divergence formed in the structure. And right now we are above the zero line, yes, but here was a lot of positions, and this should still move to the downside in my opinion. And not only because of this, but right here the divergence, I say it on every zoom, there is a very big divergence forming in the market. It's not formed yet, but as you see on the monthly basis, I said here last week, this could be also possible divergence. And with this move, okay, there is 19 days left. Yes. But with this move, if it makes a pullback all the way down, this is going to confirm. And this can be a strong divergence to the downside. And here as well in the structure, strong. And as I said before, look what happened. It tried to break down, but we bounced from the zero line. Now it goes up, but didn't follow. Like the VV plus is not moving and there is low volume. So I'm actually waiting for that cross to the downside. All right. I'm expecting that. And let's see on 6 hours, for example. On 6 hours, there is a possibility for divergence, but the volume is big and there is a huge distance between the two indicators. We are under the zero line. There is a relative high volume level, as you see. The volume level is higher than here. There's still a possibility, but I don't think this is about to happen. Okay. On 1 hour, on 1 hour, we are under the zero line. So there is a possible correction forming right there, but still looking to the downside. And that's also crazy because as you see on the DXY or the USD CAD or the other currencies, we see mostly a different case. And mostly the gold is correlated with the DXY. And right now, it's just doing his own thing. So actually what we should do is just following those signs and not compare to the USD. That's right now not a thing because there is so many liquidity in the market on the gold charts. It just can't follow the DX, right? Even if it's strong, it's weak. It's not gonna follow. It's gonna do his own thing. All right. Yes. A quick look to the CRO. CRO made yesterday a beautiful move to the upside, and I was also talking about this the last Zoom, the Zoom before that. That here is a divergence. Yes, here was the Zoom. And here was divergence forming, and we are about to cross right there, bouncing from the zero line. So this was also something we could expect. And from this point, made like more than 20%, which is, I think, a very beautiful move. Right now, stopped a bit, but the momentum still bullish. Looking for those bulls, actually. Monthly basis just started. Right, all right. And BTC slowing down, and this is the target zone. First of all, what I would like to see here is also kind of like divergence first from this point, but if it breaks down, I would like to see retest all the way down to 30,000. Could take time, yes, but if it depends on the BTC, it can go very fast, as you know. But on the weekly basis, this is just bullish, like the volume moves to the upside on a weekly basis. But as you see, the destroyer is on an overbought level for a while. And yeah, we are not confirming yet that we going to the downside. The only thing what we have is a sell signal, a possible cross, and a small structural divergence. That's it. But if you're looking into the monthly basis, there is no possibility anymore for the divergence, and we are crossing the zero line. So actually I'm looking for a boost in the long-term run. Here was a possibility of divergence which couldn't break actually, and there were some signs here after that beautiful divergence, zero line cross. Yep, but right now 6 months we have no data. See 3 months, no data. 2 months, oh, the 2 months actually what we just see right there is a bounce from the zero line, nothing else, and a buy signal of course, but that's it. So yeah, this is also a very interesting picture. So first of all, I would stick to a possibility for a divergence, even if the price doesn't move aggressively to the downside, just a bit sideways, but you see the volume coming down. This could form something and make another wave to the upside. All right, let's see the economic calendar. What we see right there. Easy Monday, nothing big. Then we heading to Tuesday. Unemployment rate and employment change could affect the market. After that, CPY, which has also a huge impact on the market most of the times. So the Tuesday is about to rock. Then we're heading to Wednesday, the GDP, high liquidity news, the PPY, high liquidity. And after that, in the evening, we're gonna get the interest rate decision from the USD. And then we are heading to Thursday, and there is unemployment rate and unemployment change, 130 from the Aussie, and this affecting mostly the market as well with a huge move. Here, interest rate decision from the GBP, before that from the CHF, so 930, actually interest rate from CHF, which is marked with medium term, but this isn't high impact news. Don't forget about that. Then interest rate from the GBP, and then interest rate from the euro. So 3 interest rate decisions. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. 14, 15. And after that, we're gonna continue with jobless claims. So it's also huge impact news. There are gonna be lots of liquidity in the market on Thursday. So trade carefully, guys. Watch your lot sizes, because this is the time of the market when one average move, which looks like in an average market, can take even 20-30 pips in a small movement, because there is lots of liquidity in the market. All right, and then Friday, HCOHB, together they could form something, but nothing big in my opinion. And we're gonna continue with an manufacturing PMI from the USD, also can make a boost on the market. And the Empire State, last time I didn't saw a very big move, but as you know, this time 1430, there's always something in the market, some liquidity. So, and after those news, I think there's gonna be some liquidity in the market. All right, thanks for your attention, guys. We see each other next week. Have a great evening.